I had to ask my chiropractor today, where were you 20 years ago with this information? This would have helped me so much. Girl, it's day 3 of Living More Intentionally. I think that's the name of the series. Don't get me to lying. I don't know. I should read these things before I like get on here. But anyway, here I am because it's getting close to midnight and I just like I have to get this done. I'm gonna learn one of these days, I promise. Anyway, okay, so today I didn't have personal training, right? Because I had personal training yesterday. So today I just went to the gym. Well, I actually started my day by going to the chiropractor. I have the chiropractor appointment about once a month. And at my appointment, I told my chiropractor, hey, my trainer said there's anything he needs to know about, my structure and everything, whatever information the chiropractor thinks will be beneficial to my personal trainer, please let him know. So he was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah. He was like, first of all, this is what the chiropractor told me. Dr. Jimmy. I love Dr. Jimmy, by the way. He's awesome. He's like, he's really good. He's really good at what he does. I always leave there feeling better. And he's really great. So he told me, like, girl, he didn't say girl. I'm saying girl. Girl. He told me basically that my ligaments are kind of stretched and you can't do anything to change ligaments. You can't make them stronger or anything. But he said that I could build my muscle, strengthen my muscles and my tendons to help support my ligaments. And I was like, yo, I was very accident prone as a kid. Does this ligament thing have anything to do with that? And he's like, yeah, like that's why you probably got hurt all the time because your ligaments are laxed. Lax is the word that he used. And so it causes some unstableness now, and I have to go in for chiropractic adjustment. And I was like, where were you when I needed this? I needed this so long ago. Like literally, I was so accident prone as a kid. I would just be walking down the street and would step on, the crack on the, I know, step on a crack, breaking mama's back. But I would step on the crack of the sidewalk, or I would step up on a curb and my foot would just twist a little bit and I would sprain my ankle completely. I would be playing basketball and jam my fingers all the time or hurt my wrist. Like I did everything my gym teacher ever told me to do as far as the sports we were doing, but I always got hurt. And so I could never join a team, which I wanted to, but I could never join a team because I always got hurt. And I just lived that way all throughout elementary school, all throughout high school. And then after high school, there was no gym, no PE and college. And I didn't go to a gym. I was just like, hey, I'm tired of being hurt. And I really just stopped being active. And for the majority of my adult years, I have been inactive. I would get bursts here and there, right? I get on a health kick and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get me a personal trainer. I think somewhere in my early 20s I did that. Or I would join a fitness class. I've done plenty of fitness classes, but I've never intentionally for the long term worked on building strength. And now that I am older, I have reached that age where you will just wake up and things hurt real bad. I'm like, I need to build strength, right? That was my indicating the indication that I needed to build strength. And this is the cherry on top. So I'm just like, oh, I wish I would have known this 20, 30 years ago. Oh my gosh. And then also I woke up and over a year ago and I had some pain in my shoulder and I couldn't move it. And I had heard something about frozen shoulder. I don't even know what frozen shoulder is. And it was limited range, like it wouldn't go as high up as my left arm for the longest time. Um, but I worked on it. I stressed it a little bit. I never went to the doctor for it or PT for it, a physical therapist for it. But I just worked on it. And then the last 2 months I've been doing yoga and it's gotten better. But my chiropractor said that, oh, I slept on it wrong and it had pushed my shoulder out of alignment and like the area around it was inflamed and stuff. And so he put it back in place and just said, give it time to heal. But for right now, I can't do overhead presses in the gym. So I had to tell my personal trainer that, and he said he'll adjust my training program to make sure that I account for those things so that I don't get hurt, which is great. It's nice to have people be on my side. It's nice to have support, period. That's really what it is. It's nice to have support and it's nice to have people who listen to you because sometimes people, especially when they're like, I'm an expert, I know what I'm doing. You know, I've actually had that with a trainer in the past. Like, I know what I'm doing. You don't need to tell me da 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 da. But my thing is like, okay, you may be an expert at training people or whatever, but I'm an expert at me. I'm an expert at my body. I'm an expert at I've been living in this body my whole life. I know what it can do, what it can't do. And yes, I know the personal trainer goal is to show me what I can do, like pushing me beyond my self-imposed limits or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to hurt myself because you're not going to pay my doctor's bills. You're not going to come see me in the hospital. You're not going to nurse me back to health. So I'm not going to let you hurt me. And anyway, I'm just glad that my PT listens. And so, yeah, so that was a chiropractor. That was great. I'm going to see them again. Actually, I'm going to see Dr. Jimmy again in 2 weeks instead of a month because, um, oh, I still have to tell you the story about the 5Ks. Okay, so I have two more of the 5Ks coming up. So after the last 5K of the 5Ks I'm doing, that then he's gonna adjust me again because my knees were kind of out of place because of the 5Ks. But he put them in place today. It was great. So what else? What else? What else? Yeah, so I had the chiropractic appointment, and then I went over to the gym because they're both in the same mall. Okay, when I tell you it's so convenient to have multiple things that you need in one place. And so like the movies is there. I went and saw a movie today. I literally went from the chiropractor to the gym to the movies. It was amazing. So yeah, but my chiropractor's there, the movies is there, the gym is there with my personal trainer, plenty of places to shop, of course, clothing. I don't shop for clothes, but there if people wanted to shop, and well, plenty of people do shop here. And plenty of places to eat in the mall. And so I went to the gym after the chiropractor and I got on the treadmill. I was like, okay, since I'm gonna be in the mall and my gym is there, I might as well use the gym membership that I'm paying for. And I got on the treadmill for 20 minutes at 3 kilometers an hour for kilometers. Why did I say kilometers? It's kilometers. Kilometers? Oh my gosh. Can somebody please teach me English? I don't know what's happening right now. I'm tired. And so words are sounding funny. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. Excuse me for butchering my native language. km per hour, right? 3 km per hour at 10 incline. This is what my personal trainer put me on. Was like, you need to do 10 incline. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was sweating so much. Like my heart rate, I think the max heart rate I had was 169, which is bad. It's high. It was really high in those 20 minutes. Um, but yeah, I finished that and then, showered, changed, went to the movies, saw Now You See Me part 3, which was good. And yeah, yeah. So that was today's fitness thing. I need to take videos. I didn't even take videos yesterday because I was in so much pain doing this fitness assessment that I had my phone with me the whole time, and then I just was like, I should be taking videos, but I'm just like in so much pain. I just want to get through this, so I didn't take any videos. But I'm gonna see if Armand, my personal trainer, I'm gonna see if Armand would be cool with me filming. I don't want to film anybody else. I'm not trying to block anybody or, do any of that stuff. I'm not trying to be, what's it called? I just want to capture a couple of clips because I'm putting in this work, y'all. I'm putting in this work. I really am. And so I just want to capture a couple of clips. I think the other part of it too was, so the workout part, I'm showing up every day. I'm doing some type of movement, at least 30 minutes of movement a day. So let me see how many steps I did today. Total, because after the gym and after the movie, I went to a couple places and I took the train. I did 15,000 steps today. 15,882 steps. So yeah, I did a lot. And I found that I just need to document it. I want to document it for my own self, um and just show my progress. Like, cuz it's kind of unbelievable to me, but 'cause I just was not an advocate for working out and I just didn't work out. And now it's kind of like, it's just what I do. It's just who I am. You know that you ever heard of identity shifting? Like I just, It's just what I do. And so I'm like, wow, this is incredible. Like really making a decision. But and again, but it's not Raven, words. Slow down. Okay. Again, I'm tired. So I'm just like jumbling things together. And I'm talking while I'm thinking. Anyway, I'm not editing this. I'm just gonna post it as is. So it's like when you make a decision, but it's not even linear because I've been working like for real, focusing on my health for at least and for the last year. But it was like slow and sometimes I would be focused, sometimes I wasn't. And then I would make progress and then I would fall back. And then I want to say since June. Since June of this year. So June, July, August, September, October, November, 6 months. I've been really focused for real. So I've been making more progress than I've been making backslides. Still making, mistakes, but I'm still going in forward motion. And so that has been incredible. And that's not me. It used to not be me, but now it is me. And I'm just like, wow, how did I get here? It's very interesting. Um, but yeah, so that was today's fitness journey. Um, I have another training session tomorrow. So I'm gonna ask Armand if I gotta remember to bring my camera. I have a separate camera outside of my phone that has, oh, maybe, yeah, because I don't want to do a full tripod, when you bring your phone. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me get off of here right now. Okay, it was good talking to you. I will talk to you tomorrow. I need to go to sleep now. All right, ciao.